Hi friends, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be planting some beautiful annuals. Finally, I'm going to be adding some color into Hydrangea Lane, which we are in currently right now. It's under construction, needs some work, a lot of work, but we're going to be planting some annuals. But before we do that, I need your opinion on something, guys. It's very important, so let me show you that first before we do anything else. I apologize for the shade on the right because it's so bright on the left side. The sun is now making its way around the house. But what I wanted to know, guys, this is option one, my first option, right? This is the first option I was thinking of. So I have 4 of these huge terracotta pots, and I told myself I'm going to whitewash them so they can kind of look aged and kind of match the fountain, and then plant them with these bobo hydrangeas that I have. I have 4 of them as well that I had since winter. I think they will look great in this area, small, compact with huge blooms. That's what I was thinking, and underplant them with something. So this is option 2. Okay, I know they look huge, but these are some winter gem boxwood I picked up off of Facebook Marketplace for $30 a piece. Yes, $30 a piece. Original price is $129. I'll give you guys the backstory later. But this is option 2. So I'm thinking in ground, picture them in ground, shaped up in a tight spear, shaped up in balls. That's how they were when they first came to the store, to the blue store. They're just overgrown now. The lady who I bought them from did not keep them in their shape. So I'm thinking plant them in ground, keep the same tight spear shape in here. It will ground this space and also give me something to look at in the winter. I have 4 of them as well. I'm torn. I'm not sure which way to go. I said I don't want anything formal. I'm not going the formal way, but these will be like the only evergreen pieces in this area. But I'm just so torn. I'm on the edge. I love hydrangeas and I will pack them wherever I can. But also this is another option, and something different because I already have hydrangeas in this space. I'm just not sold completely. Yeah, so that's what I'm currently dealing with right now. Also, I'm thinking, I even thought about putting this glare. There we go. I even thought about putting the evergreens, the boxwoods, into the terracotta pots, but the root ball is just so large. It can't fit. So right now, it seems like the only option is to put them in ground. I don't know. Maybe I could get away with cutting the root ball in half, but I really don't want to damage too much of the roots because the roots need to sustain all that growth at the top. So I don't know. I'm on the fence about this whole thing right now. So I'm going to sleep on that. All right, so this is Hydrangea Lane right now. The part that's really under construction is the side over here. I have yet to remove the grass to add my annuals in this container, and trash. So these hydrangeas, standards, remember they're from Walmart, $10 2 years ago. They were like really distressed, like almost dying. They're not doing the best right now. I mean, they're doing something, but not enough. They are not. It's time for them to come out your containers. The plan was to plant them in ground, guys, and I just never got around to it, and now it's just too hot. I don't want to shock them. It's just too hot right now. So I don't know. I'm just going to leave them for now and see what happens this season, but definitely by fall, I will be putting them in ground. Yes, Amelia?
Please, you open this.
So we're going to sweep up this area, pick up all the trash, put everything back on drip. I need to prune this hydrangea. Also, this one is suffering a little bit, but everything else looks great. Look at this black stem hydrangea, just gorgeous. This is my newest addition. This is just, oh my God. This is the Let's Dance Rave. Beautiful, okay? I also need to get this one in a container, in a terracotta pots, and these 4 up here in some terracotta pots. I need to switch this and put this in ground. This is a Zinfandel. It needs to be in ground in full sun so I can reuse that container. This is another black stem hydrangea. We talked about this in my potting up and divided hydrangeas in containers, so let's just skip all that. This is where we'll be working today, really. I'm going to be planting, well, I need to weed. I'm going to cut these tulip backs. They're not fully brown, but I cannot wait. I'm going to take them out, or just cut them back and see if they come back next year. So I'm going to plant some coleus in between the hydrangeas and these heucheras. a drift or like a hedge all the way down to in here somewhere. These are the coleus I'll be using. I ordered these offline from Romance Gardens. I used them last season, so I used them again this season. Everything came on time, everything came great, lovely, fresh, nothing died. Between them, I'm going to squeeze in some bubble gum somewhere so they can fill out and just spread all over, just be wild in the front. And I have, what is this, an echinacea, not an echinacea, black eye Susan popping up. They are like everywhere. So I planted one little clump right here, guys, and it's spreading all the way down behind my hydrangeas. I'm gonna dig these up as well and transplant them by the fountain. So let's plant all the annuals first and just get that out the way. Guys, so I placed the coleuses. It was recommended 16 inches apart. I did a little bit further than that because I only ordered 10 and I'm hoping that they will fill in. I don't expect them to touch, but at least fill in. And I know the canopy is low, but it's still gonna stay there. So I have those filled in, and then I tucked in some bubble gums in between the heucheras. Look, the pink with that dark burgundy purple greenish color looks so good. I planted Super Tunia bubblegum 2 years ago, guys, and I haven't planted it since. I just had to do it again. I love it. So this area gets about 5 hours of midday sun, and then that's it, because the way the sun comes around the house, this is the east side of the house, so it only gets midday sun for like 5 hours. My neighbor's house is right here, my house is right here, so they are like protected. And here in the summertime it gets really hot, really humid, so I think they'll be fine. The coleus are gonna love it here. The super Vista bubblegum, I'm not sure how they're gonna perform because they love heat and they can take like all day sun, so them only getting 5 hours, I'm not 100% sure how they're going to do, but I hope they do well because I just love the color combination. You know, I'm telling you, it is hard to do YouTube, especially when you're doing it by yourself. So I went inside to put the twins down. Child. I went inside to put the twins down for a nap because they were really, really fussy. My husband getting a little bit frustrated because the other two were just, I don't know why siblings just can't get along. My oldest two are always, so I went inside to help him put the twins down for a nap. I came back out and I dived right into working, and I forgot to turn on the camera. So there's a clip missing. So I'm just gonna show you guys what I got done and what I did off camera, guys, because I totally forgot to press record. Yeah. Let's start in this bed. I love all this dark foliage. All the heucheras just look so amazing. Let me back up so you guys can see how big these limelights are. I pruned them hard in spring, like really, really hard, and they put on like 1.5 feet of growth, and it's just May, guys, amazing. Once again, these heucheras were a division. I divided them from a mother heuchera like that to get this hedge. The petunias, the Super Petunia Vista bubblegum, I expect that to grow out and cover up all of this space. Just beautiful, like, I'm so excited. And then we have the coleus in the back. Those should get pretty tall and thick. I don't expect them to touch. And that's that for this bed, really. That's all I got done in this bed. Let me back up a little bit. This area is still, it's a construction site. If you guys remember, if you guys been watching me from day one, you remember I bought these from Walmart for $10. They are standard. They were really distressed and they are still struggling. So I'm going to put them in ground eventually sometime. I just need the weather to kind of ease down. It's been so hot and humid, but they're budded up right now, but they're not that great comparing to this. So this beautiful baby right here, I bought as a pair. There's another one down there. This is from Costco.com. On their website, they were $150 for both, or $159 for both of them. And this is what a standard is supposed to look like: lush, thick, and just beautiful. I ordered them online. They no longer have this sale going on. These are Limelight standards. This was a test run to see if they really, you know, would look the way they had them on the website, and they do. By the time I went back to order another pair, they were gone. I have a pot to put them in, so I need to repot those. I also have some terracotta legs, the feet, so I can finally get these off of these little ghetto boards you see going on here. I can finally raise them up. So I have those. I bought them off of Etsy, a whole box. They were cheaper than the big box stores. So I'm still working on this area. So while this area right here is finished, I finally got everything on drip, so these hydrangeas can stop. As you can see, they are wilting because it has been so hot. My issue right now, guys, I am dealing with an invasive vine. I think it is honeysuckle right here. It's all up and down this fence, and I am just like, okay, the next best thing to do is put up a fence, right? But if I put up a fence, eventually it's still going to crawl over. So is there a spray that I can use that's organic, doesn't hurt my limelights, and doesn't really affect the environment? I also have kids. I'm thinking about the bees. I have chickens that like to pick around my garden. I just don't want to use a chemical that's damaging to my children, my chickens, my limelights, or the environment. So I don't know what to do about this vine here. Oh, this is so beautiful. Oh my God. Guys, like, my heart is beating. I have butterflies. I feel like the first time I met my husband. Okay, I got butterflies in my stomach. I am blushing. This area is coming along so well. So we got the hydrangeas going. Like I said, I got them on drip because they were struggling. Look, struggling. They are struggling. So they are all on drip for 2 gallon an hour, 2 gallon per hour. So because remember, terracotta pots are very porous, and when it's really hot, they will dry out. So I make sure that they get 2 gallons per hour. Pots like these size pots and this size hydrangea, these two, they get 3 gallons per hour. Now, if that's too much water, they will tell me by the yellowing of the leaves. But as you can see, baby, look at these leaves, green and beautiful. Okay, I mean, gorgeous. Look at these blooms. Just look at these blooms. This is the Nantucket blue hydrangea. I mean, it's doing its thing. Okay, I'm going to do a hydrangea tour soon, but they need to bounce back first and get themselves together. This is a black stem hydrangea. Oh, there's another one. There's another black stem hydrangea right here, guys. Look at the stems. They are black. Okay, gorgeous. This boxwood, struggling because these aren't my thing. I picked that up in the season sale, and yeah, struggling as well. Finally got it on drip, so hopefully by tomorrow morning everything will perk back up. So that's all I got done so far. I still have this area I need to re-edge, I need to weed, and I need to turn on the, well, now that the drip is going to be on, these are going to shoot up even bigger than what they are. I pruned these back to about here, and they've put on at least 2 feet of growth, guys. Just amazing. These are clearance limelights that I bought. Every single hydrangea from the top all the way down is clearance. clearance, okay? Clearance. So I need to weed, re-edge, and mulch. I'm thinking if I should continue the bubble gum in between here and just do a mass pink, like a pink cloud of bubble gums with the limelights. I don't know, I need to ask my husband because that's the price is adding up, okay? And I'm over my budget already for the season. So I'm gonna sleep on that. I'm gonna ask him. I'm gonna say, you know, I'm gonna ask and see, because I blew my budget, so maybe he can sponsor me. Okay, maybe he can do that for me. All right, so oh, by the way, guys, look at this. That's a cicada. Look at that. They're getting ready to mate if they're not finished mating as yet. But look at all those cicadas, guys. These are actually the shells. These are the shells, like when they first emerge out of their shells. It's just disgusting, but they're all over here. They're not harmful. They will not hurt the plants, but seeing them and hearing them is just two different things, okay? It's just like, ooh. This area is slowly coming into its own. It is not perfect. There's so many things I need to tweak, and you know, it's coming together, but I just love this. By the way, this stand, my husband built me this before the price of wood went up, guys, because it is ridiculous now. The price of lumber is out the roof. But yeah, I'm gonna clean up my mess and call it a day because my neighbors are now getting ready to party and the music is loud. So that's all I got done. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.